So, my job today, my part in this role today is to, with the ingredients and components you get delivered to you, I'm going to put together as I would put together in the restaurant, so you can have a little go of how presenting it yourself, or learn a few little tricks to help your presentation at home for dinner parties, etc. Patrice is going to match the wines, so in harmony we'll have food and wine together, perfect harmony. I'm going to start with Amuse. So Amuse is a little Amuse bouche, so it's a canapé, a little mouthful. I've gone for some smoked duck that we smoke in-house, some spiced red wine jelly, so basically it's made like a mulled wine, and then we just set it down with some gelatine. And we have some celeriac remoulade, which is just celeriac, seasoning, and a mustard mayonnaise and a little bit of lemon, which will work against the richness of the duck. Very simple, only 4 components. So it works, it'll work many ways. If you want to make this into a big posh crouton, you can do. So I've just got the dice of the jelly. The sweetness of this jelly and that little hit of vinegar will help like the richness of the duck and bring in the creaminess of the celeriac. I've got 2 pieces of duck breast. You see I've rendered the duck fat down. Still a little bit of pinkness there. Just going to give it a little twist on the first one, and the second one a twist again, which gives you a little bit of height, so a little bit of visual. Finish it off, just got a little bit of salt. It's a Malden sea salt, so you don't need much, it's a lot stronger. It's great garnishing in, just a twist of pepper, and just a little bit of pea shoot. And there you have your mousse to start with. So we have beetroot cured salmon with cucumber, pickled and fresh. Some roe, so we have 2 different kinds of fish roe, and some microcress, and finish it off with some horseradish creme fraiche. Right, so this course is the cured salmon course. We've matched this, or Patrice has cleverly matched this with the character which is in the dish, which you've got the cream, you've got the fish, the richness, and then you've got the little saltiness of the roe as well. It's going with a white Lebanese wine, which should be very interesting. A lot of characters going on in there. So, presentation, like I said, this is how I would do it for you if you're a guest. There is some people who are watching this who have been to many of our evenings, and thank you and hello to all you, and some new customers as well, so welcome and hope you're enjoying it so far. So horseradish creme fraiche, it's literally, I made it with fresh horseradish and cream in the creme fraiche, but you can make it with bought in horseradish, and you can just use some cream as well, and maybe just a little bit of lemon to get that acidity. All I'm going to do, in the centre, and just spread it slightly. And you'll see why as we build the dish up. Now this is a salmon which I've sliced, just for interest. This is how we make it. We see the lovely colour on that because we do it as a whole piece, and then you get the cross section there with the different coloration. That's cured with beetroot, salt, sugar, caraway, pepper, a little bit of lemon. So I've just sliced it in advance. I'm just going to cross section across the plate. It's not as thinly cut as you would a smoked salmon, so it's quite easy to work with and handle. You see against the white and the colour of the plate stands out a treat. So next, a little bit of rocket just as a centre base of the salad. Not too much because you don't want to hide it and you don't want to fill yourself full of salad. Now, so what I've got here, this is the cucumber, which I've peeled lengthways and just made a little dill and a dill vinaigrette base. So it's slightly pickled, which will work like this citrus element to the dish, which you would normally do with salmon. So, and I just slightly unravel it for presentation. So just unroll it slightly, and you're working for 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Chefs always try and stay away from even numbers and always do odd numbers. It's a visual thing. Next we have just some diced cucumber, which I've just lightly seasoned and washed off, just to draw the moisture out of it. Just a few of them dotted around the plate. Now got some pea shoots as well, like the tender shoots. Now these are just like eating peas off the pod. So fresh, so tasty, vibrant. A few of them on them. Now we're moving on to the cress, the micro cress. So we have a red leaf sorrel, which is has a lovely earthy but a nice acidic taste, which will work with the fish. Stock these round. Some red amaranth, again will work very well with the beetroot, quite earthy. And also, these aren't the things you can get in the supermarkets. And then we have some micro parsley, which again, parsley in the fish, great combination. So building it up, I'm building up layers, I'm building up colours, I'm building up flavours. And to finish off is the roe. So I have a keta, which is a salmon roe, and an aruga, which is a smoked herring roe. So it's a little bit on top. You don't need much. It is a saltiness, but it just brings in the flavours and everything else. A little bit on top. Just a twist of pepper. Mainly for the fish. I'm not going to season anything else because there's enough salt in the pickles and the fish. So there we have the beetroot curd salmon with the horseradish creme fraiche, micro salad and cucumber, and the egg roe.
Which is a Lebanese Chateau Héritage Blanc de Blanc. So very interesting region. Why Lebanon? Why not, you know? The idea with those wines was to bring a little bit of sunshine into our cold January, February months. So the first one that we have tonight will go with a beautiful sort of marinated salmon. Again, fantastic dish there from Bruce. We've got the slickiness of the fish, lovely sort of sweetness from the beetroot, various sort of ingredients going in and finishing with a little touch of creme fraiche as well. Okay, so the idea straight away came with something nice and fresh, and a bit of acidity sort of to tackle all that fishiness. And the reason why I went to Chateau Héritage is because we've got a beautiful blend of 3 different grapes. One is a Sauvignon Blanc, which will bring you that crispiness and which will literally just, you know, cleanse the palate between each mouthful. Then we've got the beautiful and aromatic Viognier, okay, which is a grape which is quite hard to grow and quite demanding, but definitely worth having in terms of aromatic. And the final grape, which is just a little bit in touch of, is called the Muscat. Okay, the Muscat originates from the Middle East. In Spain, they call it the Muscat d'Alexandrie, and it is also a grape that will bring a lot of aromatic. Okay, now the main body and the main sort of frame of the wine is a Sauvignon Blanc. So the texture of the wine is a Sauvignon Blanc, crispy, fresh. And then the aromatic comes in from the Viognier and the Muscat, okay? And the idea with the food, and hopefully it will work, is that every time you have a mouthful of this beautiful dish, you will sort of, the palate will sort of agree with everything you eat, and then the wine will just cleanse the palate and then leave the taste of the aromatic. And each mouthful, you will have, you know, you will be able to enjoy the dish and then the wine, the dish and then the wine. So instead of marrying the two wines, the wine and the food together, we're really wanting them to go alongside nicely. Okay, so without further ado, I'll let you enjoy and I'll speak to you in a little bit. Thank you very much.